Welcome to P3, the third and final part of the P3 course. Okay, you're in the final 4 months of the course, and congratulations for completing P1 and P2. You're now very well positioned to be receiving information we're going to be instilling into you in P3. Now, P3 sits under my remit. This is my area of expertise and enjoyment, essentially. And we kind of take a little bit of a different step. We meander into the space of self-reflection, because if you're going into a space of leadership, you really, really must understand yourself, your attributes, what you bring to the world, to then start to understand others. Now, in my experience, most people do not know themselves. They just look at the reflections of how people behave around them, and this determines who they believe they are. So we really need to deep dive into the mechanics of the self, and it's a case of being honest with yourself and your own dialogue. We talk about this being the neuroplasticity of business. Okay, so neuroplasticity is exactly how we learn, how we shape, how we develop, and how we keep growing as an individual to have more social utility. To attach this to business is a no-brainer. Excuse the pun; it wasn't intended. Okay, this is at its epicenter business leadership. This is where we take this for you. Okay, so it's what you're about to learn is something that most people in business do not know. They've never done, and they haven't given any attention to. But we're putting quite a strong emphasis on this to give you a USP, to give you something that's a bit more cutting edge and set you up for success. Okay. Whilst you're doing this 4 months, this is the time you now start to explore what the outcomes are for yourself. As we said at the beginning, we want you to keep one eye open to set up your own business. Now, we're not forcing anyone to do this, but we still will be asking you to create a business, create an idea forecast, so you understand the dynamics of this, even if you end up being employed. Okay. And we will go the full whack with this and get you to present this to a third party so we can test its viability. Okay. The other proposed outcomes is that you could become a business coach and work with us. So if you are getting along with us, you enjoy what you're doing, then we can start you with that. Or we can get you started with your career externally, using everything that you've learned and documented as a tool to help you with your application. However, there are other routes you can go. So let's keep talking throughout this third and final part of the course so we can determine how best to utilize what you learn for your career, whether that's employed or self-employed. In either case, we look forward to your graduation. We've enjoyed having you here as part of the journey, and we're at the exciting point now. I can't wait to see where you take this to. So thank you very much and good luck.